Okay, so in the matter of angels and blood, okay, so the first thing that we need to understand is that angels are from heaven, right? That's the first thing we need to understand, right? Is that angels are from heaven, okay? And we see throughout the Bible itself talking about how angels, that they are of heaven, or like they are from heaven, right? Or they come down from heaven, right? So we know for sure that angels come from heaven. So we read here in Matthew 18 and verse 10, it reads, "Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven." So we see here that there are angels with the Father in heaven. Okay. So another thing, in the New Testament you'll see that another word for heaven that is often used is the kingdom of God, right? The kingdom of God is used throughout the New Testament as a reference to heaven, or another word for heaven, okay? So we see here in Mark 9 and verse 47, it reads, "And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of God with one eye than having two eyes to be cast into hell, fire." So we see here that kingdom of God is being contrasted with hell. Therefore, kingdom of God is just another word for heaven. This is where we go to the book of 1 Corinthians. Okay? And we will read chapter 15, and we'll read verse 50. And it reads, "Now I say this, brethren, that flesh and what? Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God." So we see here that blood will not inherit the kingdom of God. God or heaven, right? So we know that angels are from heaven and that blood cannot be in heaven, right? Because it said blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, therefore blood can't be in heaven. Therefore we should say that the angels don't have blood, okay? So angels don't have blood. Alright, so then you're probably asking then, how will we be in heaven, right? Will we also not have blood once we're in heaven, and how does that work? Okay, so in the same chapter, 1 Corinthians 15, we read in verse 49, and it says, "And we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly." So we're seeing here that we had the image of the earthly while we are on earth. And when we go to heaven, we'll have the image of the heavenly. And it continues in verse 51, "Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed." Next verse, "In a moment, the twinklings of an eye, the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must be put on incorruption, and this immortal must be put on immortality." So we're seeing here that once we go to heaven, we will receive an incorruptible, and immortal body, or we will change to a new body as the angels in heaven possess. Okay? And then 51 to 53. Okay? And this is 1 Corinthians 15:50. So we see here that from this evidence we see that angels or any being in heaven has no blood.